Hello there, my name is Raph and welcome to the Raphterra channel, where you subscribe for the best Legends of Runeterra deck guides on the internet. I am a Master Rank player who has competed in several seasonal tournaments and in the 2021 World Championships. Today, I'm bringing to you my full guide on Bard Poppy Midrange, the deck that I used to climb from Diamond 4 to top 30 Masters at 63% win rate. Here is the deck list I used. I will also put the deck code in the description of this video. Bard Poppy is an aggressive deck that looks to dominate the board with Bard's Chimes. The deck uses Bird the Bellringer and Esmo's Breath of the World to grant stats to early challenger units from Demacia like Fleet Feather Tracker, Petricite Broadwing, and Laurent Protege. Once buffed up, each of these challengers can trade with multiple enemy units on their own. In addition to this, Esmo's Breath of the World's support effect and Bright Steel Protector's Barrier allows for even more favorable trades. They will be able to choose what they're gonna play next turn. Buff up the Protege. Nice. 3-5 is great. If Snapjaw is coming, yeah, we definitely use Bard now. The 4-7 stat line plus the attack bonus is too good to pass on, because we have two of them in hand. After dominating the early game, Bard Poppy aims to win games with mid-game finishers like Poppy, Genevieve Elmhart, and rally effects. Bard has very little impact as a unit, but there will be games where you level him up and he could provide significant buffs to your board. So if that's the case, if opponent plans to use Snapjaw, can't we just kill it with Bright Steel Protector's Barrier? I can put it on you. Yeah, we win this turn. Silverwing Vanguard is a great unit to buff up with Chimes in the mid-game, as it duplicates itself while retaining the buffs from Chimes. In order to maintain board presence, this deck runs Demacia's protection spells like Ranger's Resolve, Sharp Sight, and Shield of Durand. My version of the deck runs a copy of Back to Back, a card that can help push damage at burst speed while attacking, and can also be used to take favorable trades while defending. Now that you have a good idea of the deck build, let's go into how to actually play Bard Poppy. For the general Mulligan, try to imagine how the first 3 turns will go and try to look for units to play on curve. You're always going to keep Bird the Bellringer, Esmo's Breath of the World, and Petricite Broadwing. If you already have Bird or Esmo's, or if you are up against aggro decks, you can also keep Fleet Feather Tracker and Laurent Protege. Bright Steel Protector is a card that you keep if you already have other challenger units. If you have good early units, you can keep a single protection spell like Sharp Sight. Against control or combo decks where you need to finish games quickly, keeping one copy of either Golden Aegis or Relentless Pursuit is recommended. Games with Bard Poppy are very straightforward. In the early turns, you're looking to set up a powerful board of challenger units by playing Chime generators early. With challengers, buffs, and barriers, you can start taking favorable trades and go into the mid-game with the board advantage. This way, we put our Petricite Broadwing out of Thermogenic Beam, no matter what. We just go Bard. Let's make him have Thermo Beam. We always go wide. Then next turn, once our opponent taps below mana, Bard here. We also play around Withering Wail now with Ranger's Assault. In the mid-game, you're looking to win with a wide board of challengers combined with Poppy, Genevieve Elmhart, or rally effects. GG! Got him! Now that you know how the games with the deck go, let's go into some general tips. Prioritize maintaining board presence. This deck is all about maintaining a wide board and taking favorable trades. Use barriers, buffs, and protection spells to ensure that you keep your board as wide as possible, because your finishers don't work if you don't have a board. You want to play around your opponent's removals and try to have mana backup for protection spells. Do not be afraid to use your Nexus health as a resource if engaging in combat will result in bad trades. Know when to open attack or to develop. Most of the time, you want to go wide and develop with this deck, especially if your opponent doesn't have any development punishers like Arachnoid Sentry or Bright Steel Protector. You want to go for the open attack only if you are certain that you're setting up lethal damage, or if developing units will not make your board significantly stronger. Threaten big attacks with your rally cards. Golden Aegis and Relentless Pursuit are your main finishers with this deck. Your opponent will always try to play around it, so keeping up 4 mana may force them to play awkwardly because of the threat of rally. Plan your finishing turn. Once you already have a strong board presence, you need to start planning for the turn when you will end the game. Make sure you're saving up mana to cast your rally effects at the right moment. Against stronger late game decks, you always need to keep this in mind since there's only a small window in the mid game where you need to finish the game before it's too late. Now, let's move on to the deck's matchups, pros, and cons. Let's start with the pros. Bard Poppy is fairly easy to play because of its basic play pattern, and the Mulligan is almost the same against any deck. If you are a beginner looking to climb rank ladder, this deck is perfect to start learning the game. This deck is also less prone to misplays. I personally use this deck during my climb because it's very early in the season, and I know that many stronger master rank players are still in Diamond and are trying to climb to masters like me. I chose Bard Poppy for this early climb because this deck allows me to play on autopilot with lesser risk of making misplays against the top players from my region. Another pro is that this deck will destroy most random non-meta decks in ladder. Experimental ladder decks will get punished hard by this deck's strong early game and will often be left unprepared for your big rally attacks. Against meta decks, Bard Poppy is favored against Illaoi Jarvan, Annie Jhin, Lurk, and most other aggressive decks. Now for the deck's cons, this deck is very reliant on board presence. Once you lose your board, there's very little you can do to come back and win games off of top deck cards. Thus, this deck is unfavored against decks with cheap, efficient removal like Aphelios Fizz, Caitlyn Ezreal, and Annie Ezreal. Another con is that this deck has very little value in the late game. Against combo, control, and grindy value decks like Lissandra Thralls, Jace Heimer, and Trundle Timelines, you need to find that small window in the mid game to win. If you miss this window, it can be very hard to outvalue late game decks. Before we go into the sample games, I'd like to ask for your help. I'm slowly inching closer and closer to my goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. According to my analytics, 66% of you are still unsubscribed. So if you like my content, help me out, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. It's free after all. For the first sample game, we'll be looking at a game I played against the most popular Illaoi deck, Illaoi Jarvan. We're up against Illaoi Jarvan again. We might be favored here. I think based on my games, you can make the conclusion we're slightly favored. I don't like keeping Fleet Feather Tracker, although we could keep it. We're attacking on turn 2. Depending on what our opponent does, we might want to play Fleet Feather Tracker. But if our opponent passes, we just play Bird probably. If opponent plays the Watchful Idol, we just go Petricide Broadwing next turn. Kill it. Oh, nice. I think we take the free damage. There's too much free damage not to take. Oh, opponent plays his own Petricide Broadwing. That's fine. That's very, very fine. Very, very fine. It's not a good trade. That's fine. You're just lowering your odds, sir. We're gonna go Bird into Fleet Feather. Oh, we should have gone Fleet Feather into Bird. I sequenced that incorrectly. New best friends. So we could go Silverwing Vanguard, or Or we could go Bright Seal Protector. I think I go Bright Seal Protector all day. We want to get the free kill on the Petricide Broadwing. Then we can also support with Esmos, further buffing up our Silverwing Vanguard. How do I play around Tentacle Smash? But then if he does Tentacle Smash this way, it's just they're just gonna trade into each other and then we can still get free trades. I think this is the best into Esmos. Esmos might buff up Silverwing Vanguard further, right? Tentacle Smash this way would be good for him. As long as we eliminate the tentacles, it should be fine. We probably don't care about the Silverwing Vanguard at this point. I think we just want to eliminate the tentacles. Probably do it this way. We want to make sure Illaoi doesn't have a tentacle, right? That's all that matters. I like it. Petricide Bonding only has 1 health. It's not threatening anything significant. Nice, Sharp Sight is good. Oh, all of them went to Genevieve. It's a bit sad. Do we use Sharp Sight? It's only a 3-3. I like Sharp Sight. Oh, I could actually save Sharp Sight to kill Illaoi maybe. That might have been better. Here, if opponent attacks, we're good. If opponent doesn't attack, we're good. We want to trade away at least 1 unit to give way for the Silverwing Vanguard, right? Okay, it's fine. It's okay. This is a crazy attack. Oh, Prowling Cutthroat is fearsome. Okay. Didn't realize that. You just defend like this. We go Silverwing Vanguard and then we go Genevieve. I like it. Concerted Strike is a bit scary. But even if he Concerted Strike, he doesn't have enough to kill my thick Genevieve Elmheart. Oh. Do we rally or do we Genevieve? We need to kill the Illaoi. I think this is always the way to go. If our opponent uses Tentacle Smash this way, you can still challenge the Illaoi with Petricide Broadwing. I think this is always the way. Oh, that's cute. A very cute move, sir. Do we win? We win! We actually win. Oh, I didn't notice that. We just win. GG. Illaoi Jarvan is an easy matchup for us. We just get to challenge anything. GG's. The second sample game will be a game I played against one of the strongest meta decks in my opinion. Lissandra, Taliyah, Thralls. Taliyah Thralls. This matchup is rough. Either you win hard with Golden Ages or you lose hard. Because you get wrecked by their AoE spells. We have a decent opener. We have some Chimes. We have some Silverwing Vanguards. I know that he's running Ice Shards, so we should play around Ice Shards. I don't think we can play around the AoE removals though. Okay, so we have the 4-3 Bright Seal Protector. And I think next turn nice. I think we can do this. We play around Avalanche. Playing around a lot of stuff like this. We just do this, force him to defend with Lissandra or take a lot of damage. I think we just do this. force him to block with Lissandra or take 5 damage. Okay. I really like Silverwing Vanguard here. Avalanche could be coming. Avalanche probably into Ice Shards next turn. So we should play around that. We should play around Ice Shards. We know he's running Ice Shards. We already learned. We can play around that by putting Barrier immediately on one of the Vanguards. We can try to take some free kills. We already know he has Ice Shards. So we're gonna challenge like this. The next turn, we probably go Golden Aegis. If our opponent does nothing, we pass back, go for the open attack. We know our opponent has Ice Shards. I don't think we need to play around second Avalanche. I think second Avalanche is out of the realm of possibilities. The Ice Shards is possible. Probably just do this. Redemption! That's why I like keeping Golden Aegis early. You need to keep Golden Aegis against matchups like this. It's the only way you win. If you're delayed by 1 turn, if your Golden Aegis is delayed by 1 turn, you literally lose. The third sample game will be a game I played against an unfavorable matchup, Trundle Concurrent Timelines. Timelines is a rough matchup. Main reason why Timelines is a rough matchup is because of Bury Denies. We can't do anything if he Bury Denies and if he Bury Denies and hit the stairs. We have no counterplay to that. I think I'm gonna keep Golden Aegis. I don't know if I keep Fleetfarer Tracker. I keep Bird and Golden Aegis. We need to have a good Golden Aegis before our opponent use Bury Denies. That's our only way to win this matchup. The thing is, they can survive with chump blocks because they have good value with concurrent timelines plus some early units. Oh, we have a great Laurent Protege here. Though we don't have a 2-drop. I guess banking mana is not that bad. We just have to prepare for the Poppy turn. But we also have to keep in mind that sometimes they have Ice Quake. I don't think they run Avalanche. We probably just go Poppy. We just go Poppy and try to start stacking up her level up. And we're gonna save Sharp Sight for defense. Just do this. We keep the bird behind. Mystic Shot. What the fuck? What the heck? Wow. That's an amazing play for my opponent. What? He got that from Pharaoh's Financier? That's so good for him. Instant challenge on Poppy. Jesus. What a play, dude. No Trundle. Trundle is so annoying. No Trundle. Great. The attack with Silver Ring Vanguard will be great because we're gonna make Silver Ring Vanguard at least a 4-3. Oh, he has buried in ice now. The attack with Poppy would be great too. I think I go Poppy into Golden Ages. If my opponent uses Buried in Ice here, he can't combo it with It That Stares. I think forcing out Buried in Ice is good for me here. Okay, good. We have the 4-5 that way. Then we can rally and end the game. Can we end the game? Yeah, I think we end the game with a rally. That would have been close. I think if we were one turn late, we would have lost to Buried in Ice plus It That Stares. That's why I keep Rally in that matchup. You can't understand how many games I've lost. I have board control until like turn 7, and then they use Buried in Ice into It That Stares, and there's nothing I can do. I've lost a lot of games to concurrent timelines. As you might have noticed, games with this deck end pretty fast. I usually only feature 3 games for my guides, but for this deck I decided to feature another sample game against the mirror, Bard Poppy Midrange. Poppy Bard, so it's actually the mirror matchup. I think we're looking for our early units. I think the one who dominates the early game dominates the game. Maybe we keep Brightsteel Protector here. Usually I don't keep Brightsteel Protector unless I have challengers, but this might be the matchup where that's the exception. We have one challenger with Fleet Treasure Tracker. Ideally, it gets buffed up. Ideally, you get buffed up by the Chime so that we have something to trade into the Petricite Broodwing. Oh! Durant Sculptor, so we're using different builds here. We will get the Brightsteel Protector right now. Do we go with the 4-3 or do we go with the 3-2? I think we go with the 3-2 first. We reserve the 4-3 for later. Now, if he uses Brightsteel Protector, we can challenge it with Fleet Treasure Tracker. If he doesn't do anything, we can kill the Durant Sculptor for free. I don't think I trade the Brightsteel Protector here. That's okay. Now, my opponent might use his own Brightsteel Protector. He got 2 chimes off of that. Have the bird. Probably gonna challenge it into this. Probably gonna use Sharp Sight. So how do we want to play this? He's gonna challenge the Broodwing into my Brightsteel Protector for sure. And then I probably want to use Sharp Sight. I want to use Brightsteel Protector offensively to get some free kills. But then I think we're gonna try to get the free kill on Esmos next turn, so maybe we don't need the Brightsteel Protector for offense. Maybe it's better for defense. Maybe we just do this and force our opponent to not take this trade. If he does this, I can Sharp Sight, I can Shield of Durand, and then if my opponent uses Sharp Sight, I can Ranger's Resolve. If I Sharp Sight, my opponent could use his own Sharp Sight. I think this is better. Now if opponent doesn't have Sharp Sight, We get a free trade. We re-heal the Fleet Feather Tracker for next turn. Is there an advantage to developing with Bard? I think we can confirm our opponent doesn't have Bright Seal Protector because last turn he could have used Bright Seal Protector but he didn't. Let's see if our theory is correct. Maybe attacking with Bard is high value. Nice. So we're gonna take you. Probably attack with you. This Bard is big, but I think attacking with my own Bard will be valuable. Probably not with the other Bright Seal Protector. I think I like using Sharp Sight here. At least we put down the Bard to 1 HP. Now, this Bard can't attack well. Golden Aegis. Let's hope we draw a unit. Oh no. Oh no. There's no free trades for him though. I can wreck him with Rangers Assault. These are all okay. These are all fine trades for me. Rangers Assault doesn't have high value though. We should play around Rangers Assault. I think we play around Rangers Assault like this. Nice. Got him! It's a bad attack by him. Or maybe just a good Golden Aegis by us. GG's. This deck has very few tech cards that I would consider adding. If you're facing lots of combo decks like Viego Deserter, Pantheon Yumi, and Fizz Riven, you may want to consider adding hard removal spells like Concerted Strike or Demacia Tailstones. At first, I thought playing this deck would feel repetitive and boring, but there's something really satisfying when you hit the right unit with Chimes. If you're looking for a consistent deck with a solid game plan for ranked ladder, Bard Poppy might just be what you are looking for. Once again, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Good luck climbing, bye-bye. I think we pretty much confirmed our opponent doesn't have Thermal Beam. I think Poppy is safe to play. Oh, never mind. There's no way opponent has another Thermal Beam, right? No way.
Alright team, adventure time.
Oh, he actually had it. Wow. Jeez. Just go double Elmheart here. We're gonna Elmheart again next turn. Triple Thermo? You got triple Thermo? I need to regain my cool. We can still win this one.
My strength is yours.
Triple Thermo is so... Oh my god, he has all the answers! What the hell? This is from Pharaoh's Financier? No! Are we just outvaluing because of Bard? Why am I only drawing one Chime?
Who does not know the name Laurent?
Groundbreaking invention to date.
Ah!